a live stream earlier at the Stanley Hotel, and I ended that particular video. And now we are in the car heading back out of town, eventually heading back to Colorado Springs. So bear with us. We're going to drive through Estes Park here, and y'all can see where we're at, what we're doing. It started raining, so we decided to stop our walk through the downtown and get back in the car and do a live stream. So while I'm doing a live stream on this particular phone, I am doing a regular video on the other phone. Just in case we lose our live stream, I'll have a backup for the web channel. So once we get through Estes Park, we will I'll probably end the live stream once we get out on the freeway, because normally people don't really care to watch road time. They want to watch what you're doing, where you're at, and all that stuff. So those that are joining us, we are in Estes Park, Colorado. It just started raining. It's Sunday at 11:15 our time. We were walking the downtown area, just doing a regular video, not a live stream, and the storm started coming in, so we decided to go ahead and get back in the car and head out. So we did come up and spent the night. We just needed a day away. We've been doing a lot lately, trying to get packed and stuff, ready to sell our house and move back to Texas. We're wanting to move into Tornado Alley, down around in the Texas area. We have to get closer to the storm areas if we're going to be chasing full time. So we're putting our house on the market end of the month, and as soon as it sells, we are retiring, heading to Texas, and we're going to be chasing full time. We've been out there with Reed Timmer and Connor Croft and many of the other chasers. And of course, they're doing it full time, and we'll be joining in that aspect. We hate seeing all the storms happening around and us not being able to chase. So this was our probably our last little vacation, so to say, before we actually start to move. So wanted to make one more trip up into the mountains, Estes Park, and just kind of relax and unwind. We got a lot going on, so we're heading back out of here toward Colorado Springs. Now, if I do lose this live stream, I am videoing a separate video that is not live. So if I lose the live stream, I have a backup video that I can put on the web channel also. Because when we go through these mountains, sometimes the signal is not that great. So right now the temperature outside is 50 degrees. Intermittent rain, partly cloudy. Anybody knows what these black towers are that we're passing here in the howdy? Let's see, it says respect my gamer. Thanks for jumping in. A lot of traffic up here. Of course, Estes Park is a tourist town, so if you're logging in or if you're watching our video, please do me the courtesy of at least sending me a howdy or something like that, so I can see, so I can see who you are, and I'll shout out to you. I got respect my, sure what they are, and tell everybody, hey, check that out. If you know what they are, go into the chat there and let me know what they are, because I'm kind of curious. But it's been a good weekend just to kind of get away. Colorado Springs is just getting so crowded, so many people. Of course, there's 5 military bases in Colorado Springs, so there's a lot of people going in and out, a lot of traffic, construction everywhere. And so we're looking forward to selling the house and getting down back into Texas. That's where we were born and raised, native Texans, and get back down into our home turf and start chasing full time. So our son, our grandsons, they're all down there waiting for us, ready to get there. So,
let me know when we go
okay,
live.
we're live again. Sorry about that, folks. We went through a dead spot. So, that's probably going to happen quite a bit, unfortunately. Once we get out on open road, it'll be different, but right now it's sporadic.
Going through the mountains sometimes usually is.
Yeah. We do have a cell phone booster antenna system on the car, but I need to fine tune it. There's a little screw on the back, and I have to go to a program on my phone and turn the little deal in there to fine tune the signal. And I need to get back there and do that. But you're supposed to be in a remote area when you do it, so you get the best benefit out of it. So there's one of those black towers I was asking everybody about. Y'all can look at your video and let us know what you think those towers are. They're either a really dark brown or black, but they look like a smokestack of some kind. But they have them all through this canyon. Again, I thought it was a cell towers, but the phone signal doesn't exactly reflect the fact that there's a big signal, so I don't know what they are. So if you have any idea, put it in chat, send us a comment or whatever.
Hello, people. I just Googled what those towers are. It says the black towers you're likely referring to are the small cell towers being installed along US 36 between Lyons and Estes Park. So, there you go.
So they're being installed. So they may not be active yet. So they may still be working on them to get the signal through here. So that's a good thing. They're trying to get cell signal in through the canyons.
These towers are part of a project by Crown Castle and the Colorado Department of Transportation to expand broadband and 5G cellular coverage in the area. The project has also provided dedicated first responder network service.
Cool.
So there.
Well, I'm glad we now know what those black towers are. And we were right. They're cell towers. They're just not 100% active yet, but they're putting them in, it sounds like. So, great. Give that cell signal to people that are remote, first responders, stuff like that. Because if somebody's in this canyon and they break down or there's an accident, it's hard to get signal to notify anybody. So that's a good idea. But it's been an enjoyable trip. It was good to get out of town, away from the house, work, responsibility, and everything else. So I will be spending some time on my YouTube channel and on our Chase area. There's another one of those towers. Trying to do some update on it as far as where we're at in our move and stuff. So we actually have a realtor and lots of things going on right now. There's just not that many violent, like tornadic storms, supercells and stuff like that in Colorado. They're not as frequent as they are down in Tornado Alley and in Dixie Alley. So that's another reason we decided to relocate. We have a brand new home, and we're selling it. Gonna go back to Texas. We've been looking at houses in Texas online, and something I can't understand is why so many people in Texas that have garages, a large amount of them, convert their garages into extra rooms. And for me, we're 3-bedroom, 2-bath, at least 1-car garage, because we have to park our chase car in the garage simply because of all the equipment that we'll have in it and on it. So I want to be able to park it inside when we're not chasing. That way I don't have to keep taking all the equipment out of it when we are parked. And it's hard. A lot of the houses that are look nice in a good price range, they close off their garages and turn them into rooms. And I don't want that. I want the garage. So I'd like to have a 2-car garage. But anything that's nice down in Texas is so high priced, and occasionally you can find a decent one at a good price, but it's normally one of those that they've trashed by closing off the garage and making a room out of it. So we'll be looking. So we're probably going to wind up having to make another trip here in the near future. Probably once we put the house on the market, we're going to have to take some time to make a trip to Texas, because we need to go down there and get us a P.O. box and try to hook up with a realtor in Texas that we can correspond with back and forth to help us look. So can't get a P.O. box over the phone yet. Be there and give them up your ID and all that stuff. So anyway, so in the meantime, we're just kind of doing scenic drives and ghost towns and stuff like that until we get down there. So y'all bear with us and watch our videos. We've got 36 videos on our web channel. So please take the time to go through there and watch all of those videos, start to finish. We need to run up our public viewing hours. We've got to have 3,000 viewing hours before we can start monetizing. So in order for me to set the channel up to monetize, so y'all can use PayPal and Venmo and stuff like that and donate to our cause, I have to get those viewing hours up.
And for those of you who have just recently joined us, this is what our plans are. When we get back to Texas, north of Texas through Oklahoma, Nebraska, Kansas, up through there, that is referred to as Tornado Alley. When JD says something about Dixie Alley, that is the part that goes from Texas to the East Coast through the southern states down that way. So Tornado Alley is north, Dixie Alley is east. And during tornado and storm season, we will be doing those chases. When hurricane season comes, we will be down around the coast doing hurricane chases. In the off season of those two, we will be doing ghost towns as well as scenic drives like we're doing today. It's the weather's beautiful outside, and it's not snowy up here in Colorado at this time. So there you've got it in a nutshell what our lives are going to be comprised of. We're not going to be sitting at home twiddling our thumbs or doing crochet or knitting. So that's our life. Thank y'all for listening to me.
Well, I'm surprised we actually do still have signal, so that's a good thing. Maybe they do have some of these towers already active. Or maybe the antenna we have on our car is communicating with them, because it's a 5G antenna, so maybe that's what's working. But anyway, right now we still have our live feed, and I'm still doing separate videos, so lots of curves coming through these canyons.
We are really going to miss our mountains when we move back to Texas. Going from mountain like this down to flat land. What a change.
It is beautiful up here. We love this. We love the climate. We love the scenery. Just everything about Colorado we love. Unfortunately, where we're actually living, it's just too crowded, too many people. It's just it's growing and growing and growing, and we're looking to get into a smaller town, closer to our family, son, grandsons, and all that. And we're originally from Texas, born and raised, so returning home.
The other part of our family, our daughter and her family, have about a year ago moved from San Diego area up to the Chicago area. Our son is Master Chief in the Navy.
Her son-in-law.
I'm sorry, son-in-law. I apologize. But anyway, so they relocated and they are loving it up there. It's just too far for us to really go right now, but we will probably get up there in the about a year from now, doing some of our storm chasing up that way.
You know, as pretty as the mountains are, lush and green, it was really pretty. In a way, when we drive through Texas, it's also pretty in its own way. I guess there's different types of beauty. The landscape down there is flat, a lot of times barren, but in a way it's still pretty to be able to look out and see nothing for miles. I mean, and most of the roads down there at least are in straight lines, unlike here. Big old house. Wow. Nice deck. Now the temperature's coming up. It's up to 57. So you can tell that we're dropping down out of the mountains elevation. String of traffic. Wow. A lot of people coming out of Estes Park. Again, we are on Highway 36 heading east. Just left Estes Park, Colorado. We're working our way back toward Colorado Springs, so we'll be going through some other small towns on the way. It's Sunday. Right now it's 11:41. It's 59 degrees. Doing a live stream and also doing a separate complete video, just in case we lose our live stream. I can put that video on there. So I'm hoping it stays cloudy, because sometimes when I have the phone up in the window the sun is shining on it, it gets hot and shuts off. So I took the cover off of it, and I'm hoping it'll stay cool enough. I may have to put it on defroster, I'll throw some cool air up in the windshield, and keep it cool. If it shuts off, then I've lost my live stream. So. Did that on us once. We were somewhere videoing, and it just shut off, and then I read the warning on it and it said overheat. Uh-oh. Burn up the phone. So I did take the cover off of it. bad one. Last minute decision. Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks. My navigator was asleep and I wasn't looking. So.
We need to stay on 36.
Is this 36?
We're on 36 right now. When it splits, you need to stay to the right instead of to the left.
These little hick towns, boy, I tell you what, they got roundabouts and splits and everything else. It's kind of hard to see where you're headed sometimes.
We're on the right road. Just stay straight.
Circle K had you some coffee and tinkle.
Yes.
All right, folks, I'm gonna pause all of this for a minute. Well, except for the live stream, I can't pause that. But we're gonna stop here and get us something to drink and make a pit stop. So hang loose, and we'll be right back before we get on the road.
Circle K has got the best coffee.
Yeah. Alright, I'll pause this. Leave that there. I'm going to take this phone out of the window. So I'm going to leave it on, live streaming. And I'll put you back up there in a minute because I don't want you in the sun to get too hot. I'm going to have to turn the air off. We will be back. Take this jacket off. Yep. All right, y'all. Hang on a second. I got to get a T-shirt to a guy here in the store. So just bear with us. It's still running video.
Oh, okay.
So let me get back there and get a shirt. It's going to be in the big box that I have here. And I've got them sorted. I don't know where they're at.
Okay. Yeah, going on out.
These are large. They should be right on top.
I'm gonna go with you. Oh, yes.
What?
I said, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Circle K, Colombian coffee.
All right, folks, we're back in the car. Y'all were looking at my console. I'm sorry I left you sitting down there. We had to get out of the car, take care of some business, you know. Had a guy here. Let me start the car here. We had a guy, the clerk here at the store, expressed an interest in storm chasing. So that was really cool. So we gave him one of our T-shirts. We got a bunch of T-shirts with us. So we gave him a T-shirt. Now he can watch us. And this one I'm going to start back up. I think I lost it. I have so many start-stop videos. This is a way to hook them together end to end. I'm not familiar with it. Anyway. All right. Potato chip.
You mean to fold it down for easier access? Okay.
All right.
I washed them all ago.
Well, let's see. I don't know where I put it. All right, we're getting back on the road. Let's set these down here for now.
Okay, keep it over here. Keep it from squishing. Out of the parking lot and go right.
Okay. people that show an interest in storm chasing and stuff like that, we don't mind giving them a shirt. Looks like it turns.
36. You need to go to Boulder. Yep. Boulder. Excuse me.
Airplane. Well, we are live streaming, but for some reason I don't see any of the chat running. I'm not really sure why, but I do show people on there. So if you're on, send me a chat so I can say howdy. Boulder, Colorado. Eventually heading back home to Colorado Springs. It's 58 degrees, and it's Sunday at 5 minutes after noon. So Rush back there. And his little scooter. Well, at this point, it looks like it's just going to be highway. I don't know if anybody's even interested in that. Hello from Holland. Oh. Hello to Tonka, Holland. Welcome to our live stream. So the live stream chat is working, if you're wondering. Guess as long as you've got people talking and watching, I'll leave it on. A lot of times road time is just kind of boring, so I know we watch a lot of storm chasers ourselves, and sometimes the drive is just kind of boring. Ooh, riding down a dirt road. That's not fun. I hope you stay safe today, Robin McAdam. Thanks for logging in. We're going to be as safe as we can. Right now, luckily, all we got is some rain occasionally. But we are on our way from Estes Park, Colorado to Boulder, Colorado. Yes, the weather's been very interesting. Right now, at least we're not dealing with snow because Estes Park areas up there are very common snowfall areas. So today we're just kind of dealing with the rain. It looks like there's more ahead of us. So we're probably going to come into some more heavy rain. We left Estes Park because the storms were coming over the top of the mountain and beginning to rain some, so we headed out before it hit hard over there. But it's been a good weekend up there. It's a good weekend to get out. Estes Park is gorgeous. We did hit the park outside the rut season, so there weren't any elk really running around like normal. Normally they're everywhere. Did go up to Stanley Hotel. I'll be when I get to the computer. I'll upload that live stream of the Stanley Hotel. It was interesting. A lot of the hotel areas, though, are kind of closed off, for sightseeing, because it is a working hotel. People are staying there and they want their privacy. So the rooms, the different levels of the rooms and all that, unless you're on one of their guided tours, you can't really explore the hotel per se. So we just kind of looked around the lobby, the outside, the different areas. will have that video uploaded hopefully this afternoon once we get home, heading back to Colorado Springs. So, I must have went to the Lions already, huh? Sign over here says Lions, just parked that way.
That's where we stopped at Circle K.
Okay. So Robin, yes, you do. You know all about snow. I remember as a boy, I think I was in late junior high, fixing to start high school. Our family had a motorhome, and Dad wanted to take us all to Canada. So I remember going up to Canada in the motorhome, and I was amazed at the amount of wildlife once we came into Canada. I mean, there were moose and bear. I mean, there was wildlife everywhere, right along the roads and everything. So you had to be really careful driving. But it was a fun trip. The weather was nice. So I do remember when we traveled, Dad always carried a pistol with him, a handgun. It's just what we do here. So he had his handgun in one of the overhead compartments. And when we stopped at the border going into Canada, one of the Canadian border people asked Dad if he had any firearms or anything like that, and Dad told him he did. So the Mountie or whoever he was said that they needed to put a seal on it. So I remember he put some kind of a little seal on the trigger area, and then they said that when we left Canada at the port of entry there or whatever, that they would take that seal off, just to make sure that the gun wasn't used while we were in Canada, which they did. When we left, they took it off. So that was kind of the biggest experience I remember from Canada as far as law enforcement being on our motorhome. But it was pretty. It was very pretty in Canada. I'm in Canada, and I know all about snow. Well, thanks for jumping in, Robin. Right now we're just doing road time. I know that's not exciting for most people, but when there's a storm, we're in it. But right now there's no storms. It's a scenic drive, a relaxing drive that we do. Subscribe, hit the notification, hit the like buttons. Go through there and watch our videos too.